esteemed adjudicators and honourable chairperson, and members of the proposition. My name is Dáire. I'm here today with my teammate Andrew Bathe to oppose this motion that self-testing kits are the future of health management. But first, what are self-testing kits? Self-testing kits do exactly what they say. They allow oneself to test oneself, independent of healthcare specialists. They test for a range of diseases and medical conditions, including prostate and bowel cancer, celiac disease, diabetes, and HIV/AIDS. And of course, pregnancy. A huge majority of tests use samples of urine, blood, or feces, and the results are usually shown with a change in colour, much like a pregnancy test. They sound wonderful. However, look just a little bit deeper, and you begin to see problems. Yes, some self-testing kits have indeed done a huge service to us, like the self-testing kits for diabetes, and the ones distributed by the NHS in 2007 for bowel cancer. They've saved lives. However, further than that, they offer no real purpose but to generate revenue for the drug companies. Further than that, they're actually quite dangerous. I would like to use an analogy, if I may. A man is driving his Toyota Prius, and it's due for a service in the coming weeks. Instead of spending his money on allowing an expert to look at his car, the man decides he will check his own car with the help of Car Servicing for Dummies, a book which he bought in Easton's. The man who has no expertise decides that his car is perfectly road fit. 6 days later, his accelerator sticks to the floor, his brakes fail, and the man ends up in hospital. I bet he wished he hadn't saved that €14 by buying the book and not getting his car serviced. It's much the same with self-testing kits for serious diseases such as prostate cancer and HIV/AIDS. Yes, you may say these self-testing kits are reliable, but just how reliable are they? According to the NHS, all self-testing kits, including those for pregnancies, are 95% reliable, which are actually as reliable as the test the medical experts use. They sound wonderful, but 99% of women don't suffer complications due to pregnancy, so a misdiagnosis in most cases wouldn't actually be fatal. And in most cases, it's pretty clear whether you're pregnant or not within 2 to 3 months. However, a misdiagnosis with a serious disease, which would happen to 5 in every 100 people, would prove fatal in most cases. But if the tests are as good as those used by the health professionals, why am I even making this point? Well, humans have this beautiful thing called hindsight. Unfortunately, inanimate self-testing kits have not yet developed this trick. When done with a self-testing kit, whether the result be positive or negative, they become just a piece of waste, a piece of plastic that offers you no advice whatsoever. However, doctors will persist until they get to the bottom of what is causing your symptoms. Self-testing kits won't. This makes them dangerous, to say the least. Another aspect is the unnecessary cost of self-testing kits. Let's say woman A is suffering from symptoms of disease B. She goes to her local pharmacy and purchases the self-testing kit for this disease, and it's €20. The test is positive. She then has to go to Dr. C and give him €50 for him to reconfirm she has the disease. She then has to claim off her health insurance for her to receive treatment in hospitals. It all adds up, so really, there is really no economic benefit for it. The €20 spent on self-testing kit was a complete and utter waste of money. The only purpose that the self-testing kit served was to generate revenue for the drug companies. Now don't be under the illusion that I'm saying all self-testing kits aren't good or are part of a mass corporate conspiracy. What I'm saying is that these self-testing kits are nothing new. They've been around for years and have saved lives, but self-testing kits for diseases such as HIV/AIDS and cystic fibrosis are not the future of healthcare management. In fact, driving healthcare management away from the experts and towards those with little or in fact no expertise is travelling into the past, where witch doctors with no expertise at all conducted medicine. Self-testing kits encourage you to forget about the symptoms if the result is negative. Andrew will later describe the scientific effects as well as the socioeconomic factors with regard to self-testing kits. In conclusion, we must assess whether the future of healthcare management is the destabilising and development of a hazardous system, or the promotion of safe healthcare run by experts, because at the end of the day, these experts do know best. I implore you to oppose this motion, not just for me and Andrew's sake, but for the sake of the very profession you pursue. Thank you very much.